Let me take you back to something. February of 2001. Two members of law enforcement, Officer Michael Nickerson and Deputy Jason Schwens, were gunned down in an unspeakable act of violence. They were responding to a noise complaint. In the wake of that horrific, tragic loss, Michael Nickerson's mom, Sue, humbled by the amount of support that she received from others.
Yeah, it was these events that inspired her to begin a journey towards building the Maryland chapter of Concerns of Police Survivors, or COPS. And the organization is preparing for the 10th anniversary of their biggest event to honor those we've lost. And we are so happy to welcome to Historic Studio D, Sue Nickerson. She is the president of the Maryland COPS, along with Jeannie Mastronardi, the vice president of Maryland COPS. Ladies, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
It's hard to believe it was that long ago.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So can you take us back to that night and I guess the support that you got?
Oh, absolutely. The support even goes on today, which is one of the reasons why I want to be a supporter of the new families and the new law enforcement officers. I can walk into any police department and give them my name, and they pretty much know my story. So I want to be there for them. And as we all know, grief really has no end. So it can come and go, and it lays still for a while, but it never goes away.
So let me ask you, 10 years?
20.
I'm sorry, 20 years.
10 years for the
COPS, for the
Right.
Maryland COPS.
Right.
And you started that. So how has it changed? How has it grown over the years?
Well, it just simply getting word out there, letting new survivors, new police departments, new law enforcement folks, let them know that there is support out there. It's not easy today being in law enforcement.
You've got more resources now to offer? You've got more?
Well, we hope so.
Yeah.
And one of the big things is just being there and making sure that they get the proper resources and get things taken care of, and to let them know that there's always somebody there to talk to meet with.
Yeah. So Jeannie, tell us a little bit about the services and support that COPS provides.
Well, you talk about the span of how many years Maryland COPS, when they began, you know, you're talking about our former superintendent, David Mitchell. He gathered a bunch of law enforcement and said, hey, we need to do something for these families. At that time, we had Eddie Plank, which we're coming up on that anniversary, and we had Joe Lanzi, both in the same month that were killed in the line of duty. And he said, we've got to band together. And you know, initially it was just supporting the families. It could be as little as going to the house and cutting the grass, because the fallen hero didn't do that anymore. It goes all the way up to paying the mortgage of the home. It goes to college scholarships, to support, to psychological counseling, and whatever they need. And even years later, Sue will get a call from a family that's troubled because sometimes going by the intersection where the fallen hero died, or another death of a fallen hero, it brings it all back to that initial day, moment that they had that loss. So COPS is there.
Thank you so much for doing what you guys do. It's absolute. We're almost out of time, but tell me about the COPS Clay Classic. What is this?
So Michael Nickerson was an avid clay shooter, and we wanted to do something in his name to benefit cops, but at the same time to honor Michael and all the law enforcement officers that have been killed in the line of duty. So we started contacting sponsors and contacting local businesses and police departments, and they come for a day on the Saturday, and they get their teams together and they compete. This year we're going to have a handgun course, which we've never had before. It's called the Legacy, in honor of Michael. It's called Michael's Legacy Handgun Course. So we'll have a barbecue lunch, and we'll have a bunch of people there, hopefully maybe about 200-300 folks, and we'll have some, you know, accolades and celebrate the 10 years and celebrate each other.
And of course, it's happening Saturday at the Delmarva Clay Sporting Clay
Yes.
in Mardella Springs. And we'll have all the times and information on our website. Sue, Jeannie, thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us. Please, thank you.
We'll be right back.